What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, undefeated, rising lightweight, Olympic silver medalist, superstar, boxer, Keyshawn Davis. Keyshawn Davis is signed with top-ranked legendary promoter, top-ranked CEO Bob Arum and ESPN. He's also trained by well-renowned trainer of the year, Brian Bomac McIntyre, who also trains undefeated 3-division world champion, former junior welterweight undisputed world champion, currently the reigning WBO, World Boxing Organization welterweight world champion, who is widely considered by many to be the #1 best pound-for-pound fighter in the world, and Terrence Bud Crawford. Okay, so Terrence Crawford and Keyshawn Davis are very close. You know, Keyshawn Davis is a highly touted blue chip prospect in the sport of boxing. Okay, he's on the verge of becoming a contender in the sport of boxing with only 6 fights. Okay, he's very well, touted. And he has all the skills. I thought that he was gonna win the Olympic gold medal. I thought he won the Olympic gold medal, but he's 6-0. No knockouts. 6-0, no losses, no draws. 5 wins by way of knockout. 23 years of age. 5'9" with a 70-inch arm reach. Okay, so this past weekend, on the undercard of a close friend of his, an undefeated 2-division world champion, former unified super featherweight world champion, another Olympic silver medalist, superstar boxer Shakur Stevenson, Keyshawn Davis was the co-main event. He faced Omar Tienda Bahena, and he got a 5th round knockout victory. Okay, and he's highly touted. Okay, so obviously Terrence Crawford, he has a massive rival. Okay, in undefeated unified 3-belt WBC, WBA, IBF welterweight world champion, superstar boxer, who is widely considered by many to be top 2, if not #1. Definitely top 5 pound-for-pound best fighters in the world. Superstar boxer Errol the True Spence Jr. Errol Spence Jr. is 28 wins, no losses, no draw. 22 big wins by way of knockout. He is 32 years of age, 5'9.5" with a 72-inch arm reach. They make for the biggest fight in the sport of boxing. Is being talked about, is being negotiated, and it's for all the marbles. The biggest fight in boxing. So obviously they're the 2 biggest rivals. Well, Terrence Crawford is a mentor, big brother figure, and helps train Keyshawn Davis. And Errol Spence has now gotten into the promotional business, and he has a fighter that's a lightweight on the verge of being a superstar, star boxer, and a contender in Frank the Ghost Martin. Okay, Frank Martin is 16 wins, no loss and no draw, 12 wins by way of knockout. He is 27 years of age, 5'8" with a 68-inch arm reach, right? He defeated Jackson Marinez via TKO in the 10th round. His fight, that was, July of this year. Frank Martin started the sport late, so I know people are going to say, how is he a prospect or a contender at 27 years of age? He's the same age as Gervonta Tank Davis. But he got a late start in the sport of boxing. He started late. He's also trained by well-renowned, soon-to-be 2-time trainer of the year, future Hall of Famer, and Derrick James, who trains Errol Spence, trains Frank Martin. Derrick James also trains 3-time junior middleweight world champion, who's the undisputed junior middleweight world champion, superstar boxer, Jamel Lyons Only Charlo. So Derrick James, he had Jamel Charlo become undisputed, Errol Spence comeback fight, Frank Martin making a name for himself. It's a lock that he's the trainer of the year for this year, for sure. And if he can get this fight with Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford, it's going to be even more of a lock, okay, if Errol Spence is to be victorious and becomes undisputed. So, with that said, Errol Spence, he promotes Man Down Promotions, right? And he promotes Frank Martin. So, he took to social media and he tweeted out after Shakur and Keyshawn's fights that Frank Martin is about that life, right? Promoting his fighter, Frank Martin. Keyshawn Davis didn't take too kind of that, and he's saying, I'm 6-0. I'm still young in the sport. I'm on the verge of becoming a contender. I'm on the verge of becoming, a superstar. I only have 6 fights. and everybody's atting me and tweeting me. And he said, why is Errol Spence tweeting me and atting me, right? Where you should be focusing on Terrence Crawford, because Terrence Crawford is on you, right? I'm paraphrasing. He used other words to describe it, obviously. And he said that Terrence Crawford is looking for Errol Spence. He's trying to get at Errol Spence. He's trying to get at you. You need to be focused on Terrence Crawford because he's about that life, right? To which Errol Spence responded and said, I ain't no hater, right? So he said that, what you expecting me to say, that he is not about that life, right? So he said, yeah, Terrence Crawford is definitely about that life, right? I respect that. So he said, what you thought I was going to say, he's not, like I was going to say Terrence Crawford is not about that life, so Errol Spence responded to Keyshawn Davis. So I know people are saying, well, Keyshawn Davis is young. You know what I mean? Why are people putting Keyshawn Davis in the mix? Because, again, Keyshawn Davis is so highly touted. He's so viewed in high regards that he's something similar to how two-time Olympic gold medalist, 3-division world champion, former unified lightweight world champion, Ukrainian superstar boxer Vasyl High-Tech Lomachenko is. Vasyl Lomachenko, 16 wins, 2 losses, no draw, 11 wins by way of knockout, 34 years of age, 5'6" with a 66-inch arm reach. Hence, he only has 18 fights. He's a 3-division champion. He's a unified champion because of the stature of Vasyl Lomachenko and how he's veered and viewed, and how good he was coming out. Now, many people thought that Keyshawn Davis could have went, should have turned pro, but he decided to once again attempt to become Olympic gold medalist. So he decided to put becoming a pro on hold in an attempt to become an Olympic gold medalist. Now, he came up short, okay, as he came up short, he didn't turn pro, but he was already well revered, well known, and well respected within the sport of boxing, okay? And he came up short, so with that said, yes, he only had 6 fights, but the way he's viewed, you understand what I'm saying, is different, than a lot of fighters with only 6 fights. Now, he lost to Andy Cruz. Andy Cruz is a special fighter, okay? He's 27. He's a Cuban fighter. He hasn't gotten a chance to turn professional because of what's taking place with him, unfortunately, in Cuba. But Andy Cruz is a special fighter, and he beat Keyshawn Davis, and he beat Keyshawn Davis a few times, okay? So with that said, Keyshawn Davis chased the goal, and he came up short. But that's why he only has 6 fights as a professional, but he's viewed as, superstar in the sport of boxing. So Keyshawn Davis wasn't happy, and this is what Keyshawn Davis had to say.
Errol Spence tweeting his boy. How about you tweet Terrence Crawford, because he on your ass, nigga. Tweet Terrence Crawford. That's why I had to tweet Terrence Crawford. Talk about cuz really like that. Nigga, Terrence Crawford really like that.
And then he goes on to say that Errol Spence is scared of Terrence Crawford.
He on your ass, nigga. Tweet Terrence Crawford. That's why I had to tweet Terrence Crawford. Talk about cuz really like that. Nigga, Terrence Crawford really like that. Scary.
So you see, he said that Errol Spence is avoiding and scared of Terrence Crawford, which obviously we know that not to be true, because Errol Spence wants this fight with Terrence Bud Crawford, okay? Terrence Crawford has even told me and admitted, he said that it's not Errol Spence holding back the fight. He said it's Errol Spence's team that's holding back the fight, so he said that, Errol Spence wants to fight. He just don't think his team wants to fight, so with that said, this is a huge fight, maybe this is a build-up. Maybe we get Keyshawn Davis versus Frank Martin on the undercard of Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford. Now, that's going to be hard to do because Keyshawn Davis is with Top Rank. Terrence Crawford is no longer with Top Rank. So that's going to be hard to get him on the undercard, because he would have to be agreeing to come to the PBC, right? But Errol Spence said, You know, he had this to say: I don't hate. He is what you thought. I'd say something different. You know, so he's saying, Errol Spence said, Keyshawn Davis, Terrence Crawford really like that. Errol Spence said, I ain't hating. He is what you thought I was going to say. He's something different. He said, keep working. You're not on our radar yet. So Errol Spence responded and told him he's not on our radar yet, you know. And so, you know, the fight is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Point blank and period. It just is what it is. It's just getting bigger and bigger. And, you know, it's the biggest fight in boxing. Point blank and period. It just is, right? So let's see how this unfolds. I would like to see Keyshawn Davis versus Frank Martin. I think they are at the same level right now. It'd be a great fight. It may be too early for them to face off against each other, but definitely a great fight. So let's see how this unfolds and plays out. But that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.